Hello, this is ZDs. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video, clearing more Uncleared 2020 levels. I have 5 for you this time. This first one is one of the worst levels I've ever seen. I don't know if I would definitely not say it's one of the hardest levels I've ever played, but it is a pain in the butt, a pain in the hand, actually. So if you're looking at it right here, all we see are note blocks and bumpers. Bumpers are notoriously difficult to deal with. Note blocks are too. And you see the flag below to the right. I'm on top of the level now. So basically, what I have to do is I have to get down in here in the bumper and squeeze myself down in this bumper section. Easier said than done. And make my way to the flag. Yeah, this is, I can tell right away that this one's going to be a pain, and I'm thinking, do I even want to attempt it? Let some other sucker take this one out. There's 125,000 levels left to clear. It might stick on the board for a while, but I'm thinking, actually what happened is, so you see how hard, I'm trying desperately to get under that note block right now. And at this point, I'm like, I'm going to start over so I have full time. Actually, I start over and boo it. I think I went on at this point, and I actually made it a ways in there and ran out of time. And I actually wasn't in a very good position to get to where I needed to go. You have to go down a little ways to get to where the flag is, like maybe 3 levels of those bumpers. And I kind of was looking at the program to see if there's any. There wouldn't be any way to cheat this, I don't think. But I thought maybe I could. I thought maybe it was a little more of a maze than it looks like, and I wanted to make sure I had the correct route. And I found that if you go all the way to the bottom, if I could get all the way to the last level, it's kind of easier to go up than it is down. So if I could go all the way down and then kind of go diagonal to the right, that would be the best. But yeah, getting in this first gap is one of the hardest parts. But and we'll see how difficult it is after I get past this. This one, this is the final life, by the way. It only took like 4 tries, but yeah. So you kind of get shot upwards, and then getting back down is hard. You have to kind of duck, which you can do on between note blocks and bumpers. You can still duck when you're bouncing off of them, and you have to twirl. And if you get the perfect angle where you're going right between the bumpers and you keep kind of spamming twirl and jump and things like that, make sure you're holding duck, you can maybe squeeze your way through it. But eventually, a lot of times you'll hit the middle of the bumper and get shot up. That's the big problem. So getting down there is the hard part. Yeah, right. I slipped right through, and then I got shot back up. A lot of times when I actually fell down a level, I kind of let go of ducks, so I wouldn't get bounced back up, and I could relax my hands, because this was it was very hard, because you have to keep jamming on down, and you're constantly hitting the bumper button, the R button, and it gets hard on the hand there. And the situation makes you feel desperate too. You're like, oh my god, and all the time you're thinking, what monster designed this level? Not unsurprisingly, it's a Japanese monster, not Godzilla, something much smaller probably. some little Japanese kid, probably. Yeah, this is not a difficult level necessarily, but it's an annoying one, and one can see why. I think it had only 11 tries when I started. Here I am getting closer to the bottom. I fell down really quick right in that situation. My plan to go down is working. I'm going down. Got down another level. Can try to start making my way to the right, but I really want to follow that strategy that I've talked about. I do notice that there's a possibility that I could get rejected into the pit down here too, which I'm scared of. So right here, you see me start going towards the bottom of the pit, and I'm like, oh no, don't do that. Whatever you do, don't. And usually it's much easier to go up, and I thought for sure that's the one case that I was gonna get shot downward. That actually gap is pretty wide right there, so that was scaring me. I'm making my way to the right, I'm getting there. So now I have to go up. That's not too bad. I've been getting shot up. And if I get into that next section, I can't get shot up. So there's only really one way to go. And I'm getting closer. There, finally did it. And you see me, I pushed the capture button because I wanted to share that video on Facebook right away because it was too amusing. Yeah, that one life, that took me almost 5 minutes to get through there. Yeah, great level. I actually, like, was gonna write something. I'm like, I can't not be mean to this person, so I'll just go with the seriously. Yeah, so 6.25%. Please enjoy that one in Endless Expert. Panga. I think he would just skip it. Although if you get rejected into the if you actually get down in the bumpers, you can't skip. Maybe if you hit a note block, you could. The second level is actually the first level I played this weekend. Oh, by the way, I did say I was gonna try attempt that one Maker's levels from last week. I will try to do that, but they did seem hard, and I didn't have a lot of time to do them today. So I will save those for the next time. Actually, the Maker who landed the last level I'll show today, I liked his levels too, and I played some of them. Might make a video with some of the extra levels I played by both of those guys, maybe next week, I'm not sure. So they're all Uncleared 2020, so I could just use those levels for another Uncleared 2020 video. Yeah, this one is kind of a lame level, really. Just a bunch of long paths and a bunch of enemies. This one is not very hard, but it's long and kind of annoying. It's just not actually that long. It's maybe a couple of minutes, I don't know. But yeah, it's the same thing over and over again. Fairly dull level. Remember, Goombas in 3D World style do that little, when they see you, they do that little stop thing and rush, so sometimes they're not super predictable. You get a fire flower here, and I lose it right away. I bounce off the springs. I have been experiencing a little bit of problems with my controller, which is a bad sign. And you'll see in this next life, I'm shooting to the left, and I just very randomly turn to the right and start shooting to the right. That swear to God, that's my controller doing that, not me. So yeah, there's just a lot of enemies here you have to deal with. The paths are long enough where I'm surprised the shell didn't come back, because they usually don't despawn that. But it must be a distance. You get down to this level, and there are boom booms. If you hit a boom boom, you can actually rush through them. But if they're stunned, like the guy on the left, you cannot bounce off of them in that space, and then the guy on the right killed me. So the next time I have firepower, and I blast through them. And when they fall down injured, then you can go through them. The maker probably expects you to be small at this point. Maybe expects you to do a damage boost. But I did make it through, so I'm rolling, which you can do in 3D World, no other style. And that's all the level. That's it. Yeah, pretty easy level. I think that probably took me 5 or 6 attempts. I died a couple of stupid ways, which you saw. It already had like 60-some tries, 68 tries, I think. Maybe it only took me 4 lives. Third level is a dark level with an extremely long Japanese title. I have no idea what that says, but man, Japanese people, I swear to God, they get more spaces to put text in, and then they have the pictograph text. Kanji, is that what that's called, I think? So yeah, they can write a novel for their titles. Dark level, Ghost House, dark level. Always your favorite. Yeah, so the big issue with this is, like all dark levels, you can't see anything, and I died very stupidly there. Yeah, these question blocks contain flowers. This big guy will break one of the blocks, so you can just drop down there and shoot him. Always best to take things slow with a dark level. Got some sound effects there. Always love that. I stop and get the 50 like it matters. That will only matter if you're playing endless. Hey, at least he gives you some coins. That's nice of him. The rest of the level after this point is a very long conveyor ride on a seesaw. And then there's just a bunch of garbage scattered around. And, you know, you end up getting hit by the spike balls and the bombs, and yeah, that's not very fun. Its best bet is to actually go the bottom route here, because then you can shoot a few things with your fire bars as you're waiting for the platform to come. And, you know, the name of the game here is just to hang out here and try to preserve your power-ups so you can take a few hits of random fireballs and spike balls and all the crap that falls on your head. Here I jump off because I see what I think is a platform, but it's actually spikes, and I bounce off these Goombuds and land in a pit. So next life, I'm just gonna say we will just hang out on this platform until it stops, until I know for sure that I'm safe. And I actually do fall off, but I'm able to get back on it. Bunch of piranha plants falling in the pit. I don't know if I had made it there earlier, would they have landed on the platform? And then I'm just standing on it for a while, and I'm like, well, is that it? Is there anything else happening? But apparently I've beaten the level at this point. And then I leave this guy a note that says, kind of ran out of ideas by the end, didn't you? Yeah, odd level. Dark levels are never my favorite. I also don't really like levels where you have to stand on a platform very much, although I've definitely made those before too. Try to have it a little more active without being spammy. I don't know. But it's not very fun if you can't see. The fourth level is a Super Mario Bros. 1 level. We're going to get to some good levels now. The last two levels are actually pretty good. This one does start off, it's not certainly good all the way through actually, but it eventually turns into a red coin level. And there's a little bit of stuff up front which is maybe not necessary. And I fail. I wasn't sure if I could jump on those guys and survive, but all you really have to do is bounce off them without jumping, and it works. But yeah, there's a little bit of easy platforming at the beginning of this level before you get to the red coin part. But this guy correctly sets up the red coin section with a reusable checkpoint, which is You have a checkpoint in the main world and a checkpoint in the sub-world. And getting both of them will save your red coin count. And then there is a safety coin, which you only get after you've gotten all the coins, but you're also at a checkpoint. So, say I have 4 keys instead of 5, and I accidentally die before I get that last key, then I still have 4 red coins. But if you get a 5th coin and get the checkpoint, you have a key, and then you die, then you have to get all the red coins again. So the good way to do that is to you have 1 coin that you get at the end, and you get the key, and you can't die after that. A lot of people don't quite understand that setup, and you spend a lot of effort going through their challenge rooms, which they're usually pretty long, and then you lose your progress, and you have to do the whole thing over, and that's just infuriating. That's like a boo situation, and I'm sure I've played levels like that in the Uncleared series. But a good maker knows what they're doing, and this guy's a good maker. He does make one crucial mistake, though, which I will point out when I get there. But yeah, he has four rooms. There's 3 pipes and a door. We're gonna start. I like to do them in order because I don't like to forget which one I did. So I'm gonna start on this left one, and pretty quick I realize whenever you see a ton of power-ups in a section like this, or in any level, you should think right away, this is a avoid the power-up situation. And I didn't think of it quick enough because I saw the Mega Mushroom and I like the Mega Mushroom a lot. So I grabbed it, and then I realized I should not have grabbed that. And then I just want to check, and I look up here and I see that I can't possibly get... You can soft lock yourself up there if you really try it hard. Actually, you don't even have to try that hard, but yeah, that's a possible soft lock. I'm just exploring, seeing if there's anywhere I can take damage, but no, he designed it well enough. Yeah, so I guess that's another flaw in this level, is there are potential soft locks, but you would have to be... I wouldn't say you'd have to be dumb, but you should recognize the situation by now that if you go in that, past that one way, that you'd be stuck. So second try at this, we're gonna wait for these Mega Mushrooms do run out after a while. He doesn't want you to wait, he wants you to jump past them, but that's okay. And yeah, this is a pretty common genre of levels to have avoid the power-ups. Not so much in a red coin level where there's 4 different challenges. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but it makes sense. But yeah, it's actually very easy if you get past that part with the Mega Mushrooms falling is probably the hardest part. If you can, if you're patient enough to outwait that, the rest of it's not that hard. I'm just checking out the situation here. You can kill yourself with that thwomp if you really want, but so there's the first checkpoint. You go back. We had gotten this checkpoint before. Now we're saved. We are saved with 1 coin. We die. We still have 1 coin. Second section. You know what? I don't know if I fully understood what he wanted me to do. I think this is I'm not 100% sure. You know what the thing is I got a mushroom, and I can damage boost through the saw. Well, you kind of have to, though. I don't see any other way to do this. You're supposed to get the shell over to the right there, but if you damage boost and go up, you can... So I guess there's more than 1 flaw on this level. I guess that's cheese? I don't know. Yeah, that's the green pipe. I'll go to the blue pipe. Yeah, whatever the case, that section was very easy. And this is a Link section, and here's his... Here's the big flaw that I saw, and it didn't dawn on me right away, but you can always get this Link. You can use this Link costume in every section if you wanted, because he doesn't prevent you from going backwards. You can re-enter that pipe. So you could have used this Link costume in the sections that I already did. And I end up using that. And I hear I do like a backwards arrow shot, which you don't have to do. That he has a bomb slot for that. But I didn't use it. I didn't think about it until later. Anyway, yeah, in the fourth section, I actually eventually I go back and use the Link costume. And then I find that there's even more cheese than I thought there was. But yeah, if I were to speedrun this level, I'd probably just use the Link costume everywhere. Here's a pretty good time section, and then I totally get wailed on by the swamp, and he has a death spike through the door, so you have to have the Link costume going through the door. What you need to do, obviously, is shield to block the thwomp. I just wasn't fast enough. Yeah, there are definitely setups in this level that don't make 100% sense. But it's mostly a very good level, I think. I think it's well designed. This is the section that eventually I'll use the Link costume on. But I didn't go there at first. I'm not using it at first. Yeah, and he has multiple... You can always get a Link costume because it comes from a pipe. He needed to put that pipe sideways. Because you can't re-enter a sideways pipe. Anyway, I need to go to the right. I'm exploring right here. I'm gonna go down. But this is where you're supposed to come back from if you fail up above, is what this is. And he has some potaboos to kill you down here. Can't quite get up that high with that. Easy to avoid potaboos, but if you didn't see it, you'd die. What you need to do is jump off of these dry bones, which isn't very easy. They're pretty far apart. But yeah, I realized after I did that, I'm like, I could get a Link costume for that section. It will at least give me a an extra hit. But the cheese goes much further than that when I think about it. Which I don't right away, because I didn't 100% know what I was going to do. So right here, Link costume helps a lot because I can kill that dang hammer brother. The Link costume also is great for offense. Now right here, well, like I said, I haven't been to the right yet, so I don't really know what's over there. I'm not sure what I'm doing, really. But here, we're gonna go over there to see what's over there, and it is a P-switch. And I fall and I mess up, I lose the Link costume, and I'm running. But if you hit that P-switch, you can't get back here in time. Now, where we're going is where that brick wall is. That P-switch turns those bricks into coins, and I'm supposed to come back there. But I don't think about it yet because I'm still on this life. And here I fail. You have to jump from the top up there. That's a problem. But then I'm thinking, I'm like, well, if I have the Link costume, I can just blow this wall up. I don't have to get that P-switch at all. And that's the extent of what this section is. So I get to this area, and then I can get that coin, and then I'm done. So I have 4 out of the 5 coins. The 5th coin is a safety coin. Go back to this section. We'll get that checkpoint in case something kills us, but if something kills us and we have the coin, we're screwed. Oh, and I have to hit this on-off switch. I'm actually not sure where he wants me to hit an on-off switch. But I know there's one in here, and I know I can re-enter that pipe, so not a big deal. Yeah, there's definitely some flaws in this level, but it's a pretty good level in general. Oh, and then I hit that P-switch, which I really don't know what that's for, but apparently there's a bunch of coins here blocking the flag, but that doesn't matter because the P-switch will run out eventually. And that's it. Yeah, it was a pretty good level, really. Despite its flaws, it's well designed. It looks nice. You know, that's one of those levels that if I had played it, exchanged it on Facebook or something, I could have told them what the flaws were, how they could have fixed it. And my record is pretty bad. I could definitely, if I wanted to, run that and get it a lot lower, but that was just, you know, it was a puzzly level. It took a while to figure some stuff out. But yeah, it was a good level. Final level is a mask level, which I've already mentioned, are one of my favorite things in the game. Contains most, I think there are 5 masks, and this contains 4 of them. One of them which you don't want to get. This one took me a little while to figure out. I had to look at the program to kind of map ahead a little bit. The only major flaw in this level is that it's very spike tunnel-y, which, you know, I complained about a lot. For good reason. I think that's an artificial difficulty thing. The bullet bill mask, which is one of my favorite power-ups, kind of lends itself, and also the propeller box too. It kind of lends itself to these spike tunnel levels. It's just kind of the design that works most commonly with them, I guess. That you're dodging these spikes. Yeah, this is not easy, but this is actually quite a difficult level, but mostly because of these spike tunnels. But they're not too bad. I mean, they're not, you know, one gap tiles or anything. There is a clear condition that you can't take damage. Otherwise, you could just damage boost most of this with these masks. Yeah, see it right there, like, you have to make sure you don't jump on those spikes, and it's a very precise jump. You want to be up a little when you get those propeller boxes. Right here, this is very difficult to do without taking damage. Two gap pipe, right, getting in that pipe is very difficult. So you gotta shoot this guy off. And I'm gonna show the whole run next, because it's pretty close to done there. So you wanna do the propeller twice, bounce off this wall, immediately propeller again, so you can jump up and grab the bullet bill mask. You wanna jump pretty precisely up there. Here's a little bit of spike tunnel flying. Get that. Make sure you wall jump. I ground pound to straighten myself out. Shoot that guy with the cannon box. Shoot the cannon again where the indicator is. Then you want to get another propeller box, and then you want to float gently into this door. We're gonna go down this pipe. There's another bullet bill. We want to jump off the wall and very carefully float up into this pipe, and that is the end. Yeah, very good level. This guy's levels, I played a bunch of them. Some of them were really hard, some of them were annoying, but several of them were very good. Anyway, if you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next week.